Jim Schultz here for Calculated Risk, and don't forget, before we get started, the best ways you can help us are by liking the video or subscribing to the channel. Either one of those guys really helps us out a ton. So earnings season has now officially arrived, and tonight we have Netflix set to report. So all the tech heavy hitters are coming on down the chutes. Your Apples, your Amazons, your Metas, your Microsofts, your Teslas, your Nvidias, they're all coming. You can't stop it now. So what I wanted to do today, let's unpack 3 bullish strategies that you could use for earnings if you want to play this guy to the upside. So let's go. So earnings are really fun in sometimes kind of a terrifying type of way. And we trade them all the time here on the network because in a lot of ways, it's like placing a regular trade 45 to 21 and just putting it on fast forward. Like everything is going to happen at kind of a hyper supersonic speed because the binary nature of the earnings release really puts everything in kind of a fast forward type of mode. Well, one thing we want to make sure that we're definitely aware of when it comes to earnings announcements is the implied volatility expansion that oftentimes accompanies these earnings releases. So, the 10 or 7 or 14 days leading up to the actual earnings release, implied volatility is typically ticking higher. It's typically moving up as everybody's getting ready for a potentially explosive move once the number is released. So when it comes to earning strategies, whatever you do, it's almost always going to be better if you wait to the very end to put on that earnings trade. So like Netflix is tonight, I'm going to wait till just before the bell, probably do it with my From Theory to Practice fam. Shout out to you guys later today. We're going to put that guy on together. Don't do an earnings trade too early, because if you do, then the implied volatility expansion is going to really muddy the waters around what it is you're trying to accomplish. So whatever you decide to do, waiting until right before the number drops is typically your best practice. Okay, so the 3 earning strategies that I really love to utilize are: number 1, a long at the money call spread; number 2, a short put; and then number 3, a call diagonal spread. Obviously, number 4 would be the expected move butterfly, but we've already talked about that in previous calculated risks, so I kind of wanted to shock the muscle a little bit here today. So at the money call spread, short put, call diagonal spread. Let's briefly unpack each one of those guys, and then we'll set some up in Netflix for earnings tonight. So number 1, the at the money long call spread. This is a great way to play direction. It's fairly simple. You buy a couple strikes in the money with your long call, you sell a couple strikes out of the money with your short call, and it gives you a way to take a directional shot in the stock, and you're not going to get rinsed on theta, you're not going to get rinsed on vega. Like, you can basically just take what is effectively a 50-50 shot with an at the money long call spread. So this is a great strategy that is defined risk for earnings. So if you want to play a given stock like Netflix or whatever else to the upside, the long at the money call spread, in my opinion, it's one of the simplest ways to do it, and it can be really effective if you do indeed nail that move higher. And then strategy number 2, the short put. You guys already know this is my favorite strategy. It's also one of my top strategies for earnings and the binary nature of these events. It doesn't change the fact that, man, I can sell a 30 delta put, I can sell a 35 delta put, I can sell a 25 delta put, and I'm so far out of the money, I'm collecting a nice credit, I've got room to be wrong, I can benefit from the volatility crush after the earnings release comes out and the volatility comes out of the options. All these things are going to help me, and then I can effectively just take it and treat it like a regular trade at that point. I can just use the earnings date as kind of a catalyst or a kickstarter into kind of a regular cycle. So even though I want to do this trade right before earnings does indeed drop, I might choose a 45-day cycle for entry. I might choose a 35-day cycle for entry. I'm not necessarily looking for a quick turnaround on the payoff diagram for this trade necessarily. A lot of times I'm just using that heightened volatility as a little bit of a nudge in the right direction when it comes to what I'm trying to accomplish. And then lastly, the call diagonal. This one's going to be a little bit more nuanced. We kind of want to combine a vertical spread with a calendar spread. We're playing direction, we're playing time, but we're taking advantage of that heightened volatility around earnings in a very unique way with the call diagonal spread. Again, it allows you to play the upside. You have that bullish bias, but if you don't get the move that you want and it moves against you, you still have a lot of alternatives at your disposal to adjust and to manage and to potentially bring that position back. So let's hop into Tasty Trade now, and let's take a look at each one of these guys for Netflix earnings tonight. All right, so here we are inside of Netflix. You've got earnings tonight on July 16th. You can see I already have a position on in Netflix. I'm actually already short a put in Netflix, but we can just ignore that for the purposes of what we're doing with this video and these three bullish earnings trades. So if I go back to the trade page, let's say I wanted to start with an at the money call spread. So maybe I could choose, you could choose a 15-day cycle if you want something that's a little bit quicker. You could choose the 1-day cycle, just the overnight guy. You could choose a 45-day cycle. There's a number of ways that you could do this in terms of the expiration date, but they're all going to set up very similarly when it comes to the strike selection. I'm going to go a couple strikes in the money with my long call. I'm going to go a couple strikes out of the money with my short call. And then hopefully you can see right there, this is right around a 50-50 proposition. So it's about a 50% pop. I'm essentially risking one to make one. And this is what you want with a call vertical spread choosing the at the money strikes. It would be the same if you had a put vertical spread on the other side of the market with the at the money strikes. You want that 50-50 shot. You want essentially that risk one to make one type of scenario. And the width of the spread, in terms of how much you want to ultimately pay, I would use your position sizing guidelines to help you determine what that should be. Like if you're trying to stay around 1 to 2% for your defined risk trades, then you want to be mindful of what your overall debit is. Right? If my debit is $2 and I've got, a $20,000 account, then that's 1% of my account. So I'm in a situation where that's a pretty small trade. Now, if I only had $10,000, I want to be aware that this is now a 2% position sizing on this defined risk strategy. So that is a long at the money call spread for Netflix earnings tonight, or really any earnings. This is one way you can play earnings to the upside. Okay, now the other way you can play earnings to the upside, strategy number 2, is just to go in and maybe go to right around the 45-day cycle, or I'm going to choose September just because I already have a position on in August, so it's a little bit cleaner to kind of see only this strategy. I go in and maybe I'm selling a 30 or 35 delta put, and again, I'm using the earnings date as kind of a Kickstarter into a normal trade, so I sell maybe the 70 put right at about that 34 delta, and you can see that here my probability of profit is much higher because I have all that room to be wrong, right? My probability of making 50% at some point over the life of the trade is also very high. My buying power is very reasonable. Typically undefined risk, 3 to 5 to up to maybe 7% is a pretty safe place to be in terms of being small enough on the trade. And so with $1,000, if you've got a $20,000 account, that's plenty large enough to handle a position like this. And I'm collecting a really nice credit. And again, remember, I'm going to take advantage of the volatility crush when the earnings are released. I am positioned to benefit from that volatility crush as soon as the number comes out. Regardless of which way Netflix goes, the volatility in this option is going to decrease. Now, because it's such a longer dated option, the volatility crush is not going to have as big of an impact as it might on like a 1-day or a 7-day or even that 15-day. But again, if I'm kind of using this as a catalyst into a normal trade, this can be a really nice setup. And lastly, the call diagonal spread. So here, maybe again, I go out to September for my long option. And with the call diagonal spread, I'm buying an in the money call, a couple of cycles into the future. And so this is going to be a few strikes in the money. Maybe I buy the 70 call right here. This is going to be the driving force in my strategy. This is going to create that bullish delta for me. I minimize September. Now maybe I go into August. Maybe I choose, this 15-day cycle. So I go to this 15-day cycle because the volatility is so high in the 15-day cycle, I'm able to take advantage of this heightened volatility. You can actually see it right up here. It's at 62%. Whereas if I go back just quickly to the September cycle that I was in, you can see that the volatility in there, let me delete that actually to make it a little bit clearer. You can see in the 15-day cycle, my volatility is 62%. That would be the volatility that I'm selling. But in the September cycle, the volatility that I'm buying is only 44%. And so I'm able to take advantage of essentially buying low and selling high. I'm buying low volatility and I'm selling high volatility. And this volatility is going to collapse in a rather significant way once the earnings number comes out. So if I erase those circles and I go back into this 15-day cycle, maybe I sell a 78. So now I've got an $8 wide diagonal spread that I'm only paying $5.68 for. My profit potential is essentially the difference between those two, and I have this really nice volatility crush tailwind that's working for me. So there you go, 3 bullish earning strategies that could work for Netflix tonight or any of these stocks that are set to report over the next few weeks. We've got long call vertical spreads using at the money strikes. We've got our tried, tested, and true out of the money short put. And then we've got kind of a unique, nuanced way to play the upside with both direction and time with a call diagonal spread. I hope that helped, and I'll see you guys next time.